And now we've got Amanda Joan coming on. Amanda Joan is the owner of a cutting edge biohacking wellness spa in Encinitas, California. She's been working exclusively with the most innovative and advanced healing modalities of today and has been offering a broad range of these highly effective biohacks with incredible results. Her knowledge of the therapies like ozone therapy, infrared sauna, lymphatic cleansing, PEMF, I want to know what that is, RIFE, also want to know what that is, and biofeedback, as well as her personalized approach, has truly been a cornerstone for her offerings. And she spent the last 7 years, or she spent 7 years deeply investigating, researching, and educating herself on what has proven to be the highest quality and most successful therapies and protocols for the natural healing. It is in her passion for the truth she is able to provide guidance and truly help other people reach their highest vitality. So welcome, our Amanda Joan.
Hi.
Hi.
So good to
We,
be here.
yeah, so good to have you. I think the last time we saw each other was at a sister circle in person.
No, I know we got to hug.
Yes, we got to hug totally. Well, beautiful to see you here. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And I want to know what those acronyms PEMF and RIFE.
Yeah. So PEMF is pulsed electromagnetic field. So it's just basically utilizing electromagnetic energy to pulse into our cells. And RIFE is another technology that uses frequencies. And I'll kind of get into all the rundown.
Okay, cool. So how did you like? I mean, you've got a lot of these. I've heard of a lot of them. I've practiced some of those myself. What called you to have this array or create a spa? Even I'm so curious.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in New York, so I was just a heavily toxic, unhealthy being in this world. And so when I started my path to just heal myself, I was just fortunate enough to be exposed to so many amazing things, and that just opened up my path. I knew, especially when I first tried ozone therapy and just seeing the profound effects that these biohacks, which I'll kind of get into what those really are. It's really just natural elements amplified. And so when I experienced my first biohack, which was ozone therapy, it completely shifted my life and everyone else's life that I saw using it. And I knew that my dharma, my passion, my path was to share and like scream from the rooftops, you guys, this works. And so it's just been a journey of wanting to share what has actually worked and really, really changed and shifted my vitality. Now, I went from lethargic and tired and headachy all the time. I thought that was like a baseline norm. And now I'm 38 years old and I feel incredible. I mean, I live symptom free. And so I'm here to share how everyone can absolutely live symptom free.
That's amazing. Beautiful. So like what are your top pieces of, that really supported? I mean that and did you have something that you were working on? Like I know you said that you were fatigued and was there anything else going on that you were like called to go into a protocol
Yeah.
of all these things?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, fatigue was just an understatement. I literally, I was in my early 30s, and by 11 a.m., after doing all the healthy things, I just needed to go back to bed. That's not normal. And toxic migraine my whole life. So that's what stimulated me to, take my health into my own hands. And the medical system, the mainstream medical system failed me. My story is so many people's stories where, they keep hitting a wall. So, these therapies, these biohacks are essentially just replicating nature. Our bodies are cellular. We're elemental cellular beings. So, when we actually can utilize what we're made of, which is nature, uh, we can see progress and benefits that are miraculous, you know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what this is. We're just taking the elements like sun and oxygen and earth, and there's these incredible devices that basically just replicate those natural occurrences to be provided into our body to amplify and juice up and activate our cells. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the basic. We're made of cells. And so every illness and symptom can be traced back to cellular disharmony. And so what gives our cells the absolute energy, source energy it needs to heal? And that's something called ATP. And so to make it simple, not even to get all, nerdy, we are made of cells. Our cells live and thrive off of this energy, ATP. It's a source energy. This
Hmm.
energy has a consciousness that literally wants to thrive and create and heal and regenerate. So whenever we can go into the body and just juice up, charge up our cells, we can see absolute miracles. And so these devices are basically just creating ways through, gemstones and light or electrified oxygen or vibration. There's all these different tools, and I can kind of go into some of them, but all of them are basically just creating ways for our cells to get that ATP. So we're just kind of using nature and extra amplifying our body juices to heal itself.
Yeah, I'd love to know. So I can see three things right there. Is there? Do you want to just like quickly tell us a few of those? Because most of us are not going to have these machines at home. So I definitely want to dive into a little more of like how you can regenerate the cells, how you can come into that cell, you know, um, nourishment with our own body, breath, and intentions.
Yeah. So, just like in our basic holistic fields, right? We use the breath, we nourish our cell, we nourish our body with nourishment and nutrients. We go into the sun, we go onto the earth. So these are basic practices that we're just communing with the elements of nature. So because we live in times that are just, we're bombarded by way more information than we're meant to, a lot more toxicity, a lot more environmental threats, a lot more stress in general. Like the human being isn't supposed to be taking in all of this information. So it's like we really, at some level, it's just a balance, right? How much
Right.
information are we taking in, and how much information are we releasing? So how much can we nourish, and how much are we releasing? So my
Yeah.
slogan is, if you're pooping and sweating a lot, you're gonna do okay on this planet. Like we
Yes,
need to
right.
release. We need to release.
Digestion, right? Like
We
it's
need,
all
yeah,
about moving the experiences, the food, that everything we take in and moving it out,
yeah, yeah,
processing and moving it out. Yes,
yeah,
Ayurveda talks about that too. It's
yeah,
beautiful. And and what you're speaking into is like we live in cities. We're not meant to live so close and in with so many people without enough trees for each person. And my teacher says this is like each person, if you live in a city that there's not one tree per person, you're depleted.
yeah,
And when I was
yeah,
in LA, I mean, I was in LA for 17 years. I was like, where is my air?
yeah.
Where is my tree?
Totally. Yeah,
So,
it's all
yeah.
information, right? We're meant to receive information, we're meant to release information. And so how do we come back into that balance? And so without any of the gadgets, like I said, we go onto the earth, we receive the sun, we do our basic elemental natural healing as human beings on the earth. But like I said, we're inundated with too much information. So we need to move that energy through our body. And so these tools, each one of them, I love how I just did that and the lights turned on in
Yeah,
that moment.
I thought you meant to do that.
That was
That's
so not
amazing.
planned. That's like, yeah, that was perfect.
Cool. Wow, that is so
Yeah.
cool.
So anyways,
They're
so each
alien.
tool, I know I mean, it's consciousness, right? It's
Yeah,
information. But
true.
I mean, so each of these tools, as much as they're different, and I'll go into them, they're doing is taking those elements and recreating it and kind of fast forwarding it. So for example, that machine right here that you stand on, it's a vibration plate. And so it gives you kind of the, qigong,
Yeah, I've been
moving,
on one of
like
those.
tapping,
Hmm.
you get on that. It's kind of like rebounding, only we have this. And in 10 minutes on that, of standing on it and shaking, letting it shake you, it moves all your lymphatic juices. It micro pulses your muscles. It's completely using gravity to move energy. And, what happens is we get maybe like 2 weeks of rebounding or like a month of qigong in 10 minutes passively. So
Wow.
these tools are meant to like fast forward, like really get deep and get further along in less time so that we can keep up with this imbalance.
Interesting. Uh,
Hmm.
DTO just had something on the screen there. I
Yeah.
was curious what that is.
That's my most favorite one. If you're going to ask me which my most favorite one is, it's an ozone sauna. So using
Oh.
infrared sauna to penetrate the cells with the wavelength of infrared, and then putting electrified oxygen into this dome, you're able to sweat and release toxins and receive oxygen. And literally every person that goes into that and comes out, they look at me like I'm God. They're like, oh my God, thank you. That was the best experience of my life. I do it every night and I still have that. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow, that's so cool. That's amazing. I
Yeah,
was
there it
actually
is.
just going to ask if you have your head out of it because I've
Yes.
had ozone and I got really kind of sick.
Yeah. You need to have your head out of it. The magic about like a little tip about sweating and saunas in general, our brains don't like being hot,
Mm,
and our brains don't like getting inflamed or heated. And
yes.
so, as much as when you're in a sauna, it's relaxing, it's healing, there's only a certain place that you can go, and then eventually you have to go because you're too hot.
Yeah, you got to get your head out of there.
You got to get your head out of there. So,
Yeah.
when you have your head out of the sauna and you're keeping it cool with ice, what happens is your core body temperature can go past a certain threshold, and that's where the medicine of the heat is. So there's
Mm,
these little ways to like utilize the body in an intelligent way with the
hmm.
elements that actually will gauge way more comfort and more desired effects too. So
So this is amazing. So was for these devices specifically, we can come to your spa.
yeah,
Yes?
yeah,
Great. So will you share about how one could book a session? Because I want to
yeah,
also move into like, yeah, because you've also got other tricks and tools. So I want to,
yeah. I have a lot.
yeah.
My living room is, basically I started off with just being a one woman show with a cool living room full of epic stuff, and I love sharing. And then it kind of transformed into this world tour where I kind of showed up around the world with my living room, biohacking
Yes.
pop up
Yeah.
spa. And now I have an actual facility in Encinitas. So I do two things. I have the spa where people can come in and experience all the different technologies and modalities as an integrative experience. But I really love to get people their own home clinics. So that's something I'm really passionate about is replicating my living room. I wish my living room can be everybody's living room. Like
Yeah.
seriously, we to be empowered with your own regenerative healing modalities, especially at this time, I think is the future of medicine. So that's really a big mission of mine is to empower people in their own homes with amazing technologies that are going to actually support prevention and preventative care and curative care. It's pretty amazing.
That's so cool. I have to introduce you to somebody that also lives in Encinitas, and he's a dear, dear friend of mine for many, many years now. And he has a very similar situation to your living situation. He's got all these amazing machines.
I
Yeah,
probably know him.
you probably know him. His name is Charles. Do you know him?
Oh, no, I don't know
Charles
Charles.
Richards. Oh, okay. He's
Okay.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a
He's
few. There's a lot of like, I've been in a lot of people's, home clinics, and it's amazing to geek out with other biohackers. So amazing.
yeah, yeah. It's a hub. Well, I'm definitely coming to receive some yumminess for sure.
Mhm.
And that's Betsy, one of our dear sisters, having some. Is what is she having right there? Is that
No,
ozone?
yeah, that's ozone. So ozone is basically electrified oxygen, and so we're just basically electrifying oxygen and letting that gas come in or on the body in different applications. So you can put it in the ear, you could put it
Ah,
vaginally, rectally, in the sauna. So however the gas can get in or on the body, it's pretty amazing.
yeah. I've had it actually in the veins, and I've also had it vajayjay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, and you also have some practices, like you also do, some other practices. Could you tell us what else we could do without any machines? Like what can I do right now in order to come into my freedom in my body and some cellular rejuvenation?
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is the
What's your
time for
hack?
it, but I do have like a visualization that we can go through if that's wanted now, or I can just share.
Yes,
Um,
please. No,
yeah,
guide us. That would be awesome. We'll give like if you 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
yeah,
Sound
yeah,
good?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. All right, go into receptive mode, everybody, and receive from our beautiful Amanda Joan, who's going to lead us through a visualization right now for healing. And, well, you tell us what it is. Go.
Okay, let me just get this. Hold on. Okay, so I'll do a little fun biohack with this visualization. So before I go into the visualization, this is a red light panel, and so it has different spectrums of the sun. So again, we're just taking those natural elements and replicating them. And so, even if you don't have one of these, you can go into the sun itself. And I like to just really commune with my cells, because we are literally made up of cells, and these cells are constantly absorbing and releasing and creating information. And so the more that we can actually really tune in to our cellular vibration, to our cells, and commune with them, like have a conversation with them, and align them and align that consciousness of our cellular being with the elements of nature. I mean, we come from nature. Our bodies are so intelligent. And so if we can just bridge that fusion of energetics and natural elements with our cells that are made of that, and we can sit in that and really, really, really connect with that, it's powerful. So you're mixing, visualization, meditation, but really with that strong essence of knowing, what we're made out of. So I'm going to put on a little red light. This is how I do my meditation visualization. So I'll put on a little red light first. Just to make it fun. And so I invite everybody to close their eyes. Take a deep breath together in, and let everything out through the mouth. And wherever you are, whether you're in the sun or you have a red light panel on you, really call in the element of the sun, of light. Call in the element of water, calling in the element of frequency, vibration, electromagnetism, calling in the energetics of the earth, calling in the energetics of oxygen and breath, just feeling all of these elements with us in this room, on this planet, in this realm, in this reality. These elements are us. Elements are here to breathe vitality into ourselves. So just whenever you have a minute, you can literally just close your eyes, take in a breath with all of these elemental beings, and then imagine your cells, your whole body is just a bunch of tiny little cells, and they're all ready to breathe with you and receive all of the beautiful, divine, healing energy of these elements that we are. So with each breath, maybe in the next 1 minute, 2 minutes, just breathe and imagine yourselves absorbing all of this energy of the sun, water, air, earth, frequency. So visualizing yourself as cells breathing in. Feel and make that connection of receiving and absorbing this information, this healing, natural information that's here all the time for us. Knowing that we have cells that are made of all this vital information that wants to thrive and heal. We have everything we need right here in our bodies to receive and heal.
Mm. Just taking in some of the groovy light you got going on there.
Can you
Super
feel it through?
psychedelic.
Can you feel it through the computer?
Yeah. So, oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Thank you for that, Amanda Joan. That's really beautiful. So, even if you don't have these tools at home, you can still receive through visualization and get great benefits. And if you're here local or you come to visit San Diego, Encinitas, what happened? Oh, here we go. Sorry. Something just popped on the screen where I was like, where did everything go? um, okay. So, yes, come to Encinitas and book a spot here at Amanda Joan's Wellness Center. So you can go to ozonetherapykit.com. Oh, no. Why don't we go to Amanda Joan _ wellness at Instagram, on the Instagram there. And then wholebodyrestart.com. Is that your website? Which one's
So
your website?
those. I think I sent you my email that has all these websites. If you could just reach out to me on Facebook for now. It's going to be
Okay.
renewwellspa.com. Is this
That
many
kind of
many
stuff
ways.
makes DTO laugh because he's in digital marketing. So he's just
Yeah,
like, what'd
yeah,
you do? What'd you
yeah.
say?
It's okay.
You might need to have a session with him. But anyways,
Totally.
yes, but we can find you, Amanda Joan, anyways, on your Facebook. So where can we find you on Facebook?
Just Amanda Joan on Facebook, and in Encinitas, you could just Google Renew Well Spa.
Okay. Great. Yes, find her. I'm going. I'm seriously, I'm going to call you after this.
Yeah. I mean, basically, if anybody has any sort of symptoms in their life, these tools really are the fast track, make you feel good, see miracles in your life kind of devices. So yeah, it's
And
an
at
honor.
this time, it's so interesting too because we're realizing that I've had acupuncture weekly for years, and I haven't had acupuncture in over 2.5 months. I just had it yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. So I'm
So good.
grateful that you're offering this and you're open right now. Yeah, that you can take
Yeah.
in clients.
Well, right
Perfect.
now, our massage and acupuncture, we have to follow, the proper guidelines, and that falls a little bit. The acupuncture is available, but
But the
massage is
machines
not.
are
All the
we're
machines, yeah,
yeah.
we're essential business. We have chiropractic and functional medicine testing and ozone
Okay,
sauna,
awesome.
colon hydrotherapy, and all the ways to
Awesome.
to feel the release of the body that we need at this time for sure.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you for offering and being such a stand for us coming into our cellular yumminess. Sita Devi, come back on here and we will pick an oracle card deck together. An oracle card from the Embody Oracle deck here that you can see on the screen. So, I'm going to shuffle these cards. Amanda Joan, tell me when to stop.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Sita Devi, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
What do we got today? Trust.
Yes.
Ooh. That was I did a bunch of lives yesterday and teachings, and trust came up so big. So, yay. We have not chosen trust for the show yet. Oh, I just love these cards, seriously. Like, the art is so extraordinary. Look at her. She's got hearts on her leg, man. All right. So trust is number 27 out of 44 cards. And each message has an embody invitation. This whole show is an embody invitation, so we are maybe not going to read that part. Trust says, you are safe, held, and loved. Sacred sister, your intuition is now guiding you to relax into the beautiful power of trust. Just as a child needs love from parental hearts, you too get to know you are held, safe, and loved. Every situation and circumstance gives you the opportunity to reconnect with your birthright of confidence and faith. You can mend any broken trust by looking at nature, the way flowers bloom and the butterflies come into new form out of the chrysalis. When you let go and trust, you welcome patience, and the anxiousness disappears. with renewed energy for creation itself. Your power is your own intuition. Listen to it and trust its guidance. You will now soar into greater capabilities and empower others with your wings spread wide open to embrace life and all that you have to offer it. So the Embody invitation is called Unwind the Spine, Release Your Nervous System. And interestingly enough, a lot of the things that we were talking about today in the healing and in the vibration of the mantras is to release your nervous system and be in a higher vibration. So I'm asking you all to take a deep breath in and blast our beautiful Sita Devi and Amanda Joan for giving us such beautiful wisdom today and sharing their presence and their beauty and their wisdom that's coming through them with us all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
And you all that are here